What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Reject Rundown, man. We are live in effect. A lot to talk about, a lot of stuff to go over. I'm excited, man. It's been all week this week. We saw WrestleMania 42 this past weekend, and I've been balling up all the info, my dislikes and likes and stuff like that. And I can't wait to express this. But before I do, let the other peeps know who's with me right now. Old man, say what's up.
I'm with you, Tony the Kid. As you said, let them know who's with you. I am
That's
with you.
stupid. Yeah, I'm glad you're awake still. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, you're
Hey
damn
man,
right.
I had coffee, like a whole bunch of it, like 2 cups.
There you go. Good. Speaking of coffee, cheers to you guys. I'm drinking my drink too. Zach back, what's going on, man?
Jackson right. TDK, motherfucking cheers to you as well. It's your
That's
boy,
right.
Zach the motherfucking Mac on the attack.
Mm-hmm.
I miss you guys, man. I miss you guys. I'm
Yes.
happy to be here. Happy to fit you on my schedule. You know what I'm saying? Things have been a little busy for Zach the Mac. You know what I'm saying?
There
So,
you go. Yeah.
gotta check on my boys, you know? Gotta make sure,
Yes.
you know, Friday nights are for the boys, you know?
Right. That's right, man. Friday nights with the boys, man. We gotta get to it, man. We gotta get on the discussion part. Now, Zach the Mac, did you get a chance to watch WrestleMania 42 very much or just the highlights? Got into the highlights and stuff.
More so the highlights, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I did see some monumental highlights though. There were some
Very
game
good.
changing things that happened at WrestleMania though. So I
Yeah.
was, yeah, it looked like a goddamn hell of a show. I'll tell you that it did.
Yeah, we'll get into it. Let's dive deep right now. Let's get into it. The recap. Let's put it this way. Obviously, WrestleMania Vegas 42 is officially over. Of course, this past weekend was all about it. Saturday and Sunday, news, media, social media reports was going but crazy about what was going on over there, and especially us fans who were tuning in and watching it. There was definitely some good ups, but there was definitely a lot of lows. So before we get into the official recap and all the good stuff, old man, I gotta ask the question of how was it there because you were blessed enough to go there and experience live and actually what was happening, and was it as bad as what we saw on TV? I guess that'd be my first question, but also too, what did it feel like, man? Go ahead.
I
If I
think
may
the
real
one
quick,
thing,
if I
yeah,
may
one
real quick,
thing,
old
go ahead.
man. Yo, I feel like he undersold it. Just for you, old man. You witnessed. You were there, Vegas, on the strip, in the
Yes.
cut, hammer drunk. Okay. So therefore, please give us your live action review, though,
Yes.
because I'm sure for you, I mean, as a diehard wrestling fan as you are,
That's right.
going. This is your second time going to Vegas too, because I know you went last year, right? Yeah.
No, I didn't. Last year, only G Money in that one.
Okay,
Because I
gotcha.
was feeling
So
my struggles.
okay, yeah. So therefore, give us. Don't leave anything out, man. I
Don't
want
be
to hear
shy,
how.
man.
Yeah,
All right, so to begin it all, in West Philadelphia, I was born and raised in the playground,
Oh my
stuff like that.
God! Here this
I
kid
spent
goes.
most of my days chilling out, man.
I'm next now with some b-ball outside of school. When a couple of
Hey,
guys they're up to no good, start making trouble in my neighborhood. I got one little fight. My mama got scared. She said, "You move, I think you're going down there." I whistled for a cab, and when it came near, I was rolling the dice in the mirror. To say, home the Bel Air.
hey,
Yeah, that's what's up. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
All right, so I went to the coolest thing, dude, is that everything was wrestling. Like when you get out the airplane,
Mm-hmm.
the experience is cool. Once you get there, the air whichever airport you arrive at, when you arrive at the airport, there's a big ass WrestleMania like a championship belt display
Yeah,
right in front of you
yeah.
when you go get
nice,
your bags.
Nice, very nice.
nice,
And
nice. In the
then you
airport.
turn around, yeah, in the airport, like right where the baggage claim is at, it's right there.
Yeah,
It's
hell
like a
yes,
big ass belt. That's why, like, if you see people taking pictures with the big ass belt, that's where they saw it.
nice. Hell yeah, that's awesome.
So, the second thing, they had a thing called WrestleCon. I didn't get to go to it until Sunday, so I missed out on a lot of people.
Yeah.
Ric Flair for one. But dude, it was cool to like walk into WrestleCon and see wrestlers that I grew up watching in the '80s. You know, when I was a little old man.
Mm-hmm.
No, the little man.
Yeah.
I saw
The
Honky
little,
Tonk
the
Man,
little old man.
little old man. I
All right,
saw Honky
Benjamin
Tonk
Button.
Man. I saw JBL and AKA JBL and Peru.
Nice.
I saw Mickey James. So these were all like just wrestlers who were just sitting there at their like in a little like their tables and stuff. You could walk up to them and pay for an autograph or pay for a picture. Old man didn't have money because old man already gambled it all. So old man's like, I'm just gonna look at them and say hi, hi, and I
High
walk
away,
away.
boys.
Yes,
High
mental
wave.
photos.
Highway, guys, highway.
Nice, hell yeah.
But it was cool to see so many legends that I grew up with, like Ted DiBiase, and
Right.
Oh man.
and just see what they look like. The Demolition, even though they were going to be in the Hall of Fame, they were at the WrestleCon, just sitting there.
Holy
No question.
shit.
So, question about that demolition stuff. Demolition guys, is one of the guys actually one of the wrestlers, or is he the son of the wrestler that was involved in the tag team?
No, they were both the wrestlers.
That was both them. Okay, the bald headed one.
Yeah.
So the bald headed one is that okay? I thought the bald headed one was the son of the other guy because he looks pretty young. He doesn't look that old.
Only who knows, man? Some people age differently.
True. True that. Good.
Look at Jackie Chan. He's like 80 years old. Looks like he's 40 right now.
Dead ass.
Yeah,
Dead
that's
ass.
true.
Mm-hmm. But continue. Sorry about that.
There's Eddie Murphy. He's like 80 and looks like he's 40.
That's facts.
Oh well, I mean,
Yeah.
that's true. Martin
There's
Lawrence.
old
too.
man RJ. I'm like 200 and I look
Oh yeah,
50.
he
That
looks
is true.
like- he
That
looks
is
like
true.
fucking-
You
he looks like a dinosaur. I'm
was
just kidding.
200 and look like 100. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up.
Yeah.
So it was cool to see them. One thing I do, the bright lights of Vegas was pretty. I had a pretty cool room. I got a room where I could see the MGM and view it all.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about WrestleMania.
That's right.
So, Saturday morning, went down, did some stuff, got my food on. As we're walking from my hotel, you can actually walk from my hotel to the arena. So it's like a 20-minute walk.
Yeah.
And for the first time in my life, not that many people went woo.
Oh wow.
It's crazy.
Oh.
Back in the day, man, people used to say woo. But because of, I guess because it was like we're just walking and tired probably from walking too much.
Yeah.
We were just listening to some guys who were like preaching outside and preaching about life and like how, you shouldn't worship idols and everything.
Yeah,
It got
yeah,
so
yeah.
bad for them to the point where people started chanting what?
What?
What? What? Shouldn't do
Two
what?
beers. 2 beers.
Oh,
6
what?
beers.
two beers, what?
12 pack. What?
Then to get to WrestleMania Night 1. So here's the thing. At Night 1,
Yeah.
I didn't see the commercial that you guys saw. So I heard there was reports that there was like a buttload of commercials at WrestleMania Night 1.
Oh my God. Both nights, bro. Yes. But go ahead. Continue.
All right.
Wow.
So I'm sitting there, and what we saw wasn't commercials that you guys saw. We just saw like in a big. It was only like on the screen. It'll show you like what's coming up, or it'll keep showing you the WrestleMania sign.
Okay.
So when that's going on, I think there were like, if there was tables that got moved, tables that got broken, things that were
Right.
replayed, they were
Right.
just taking that time to like fix all that
Right. Right.
or get things ready for like the next entrance, So they were
Exactly.
like on cue. So here we go. John Cena makes his entrance. People cheer John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember people. The funny thing is, I don't think people were singing the John Cena set song. I think they're actually singing his actual theme.
Got it.
But first match, we were cool with watching ISO Speed. We cheered him on when he went for the when he attacked. What's his name? Logan Paul.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Dove
was the
off.
Cheered the
betrayal?
only night. But the funny thing
Yeah,
is, we
man.
were actually booing the Usos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly,
wow.
man. I
You
mean, come on,
should.
it's LA Knight. He
I
made the
would
night.
have
Yeah.
motor machine guns right there on that night instead of those guys.
It should have been a tag team championship match. You realize they didn't put the tag team belts on the line for neither show?
Right. Exactly. Stupidity.
And of course, he had the Bellas, and the only way I feel like Nikki Bella's her injury was fake. I think she
I think
faked
so,
this
too.
so that they could get Paige in.
Right.
Because in my mind, the only way the Bellas are going to get cheered winning that belt is if somebody else won it for them.
Exactly.
Damn.
And who do you get? You get Paige. So people are
Mhm.
happy to see her. We were like, yes, who the brothers, but yay, Paige, you know?
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's funny.
AJ Lee's match, we're cool with that. We knew the outcome there. We were kind of bored by then. A lot of people are all angry with Liv Morgan and Stephanie because
Exactly.
we wanted that to be the main event.
Correct. The Mundo.
But we got Orton versus Cody Rhodes, which still I question why the hell we had that at the main event with Pat McAfee and uh, Fruit Roll Up or whatever it is. So we
Mhm.
had that going. So
That's funny.
some of the things that you heard, like we did sing Cody Rhodes' theme, we sang Randy Orton's theme. We went crazy for both. I think we went more crazy for Stephanie than we did with Liv.
Mhm.
Even when Liv Morgan won, I think we cheered her on, but I feel like if Stephanie would have won, I think people would have gone more crazy about it. But I think we're
Mhm.
just bored by that time.
Yeah.
Too
So
much
it's all
I've been
like
wrestling,
too.
no
that.
such thing.
It's a short ass
Yeah,
match, dude. But let's continue.
that's
Yep.
another thing. So here's my take. There was a guy like after the end of that night, this guy comes out of nowhere. He looks at me. He's like, you know what? Women's wrestling is they can't keep up with the men's and blah blah blah. He's like, I don't even know why they have women's wrestling at all. And
Yeah.
I stood quiet. I'm like, yeah, yeah, good point, yeah. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna wait until I get on the show where I can talk about that.
Yep.
You know why they couldn't keep up with men's wrestling? I'll tell you why. Check out the time that each women's wrestling match had and how long they had it compared to the men's wrestling matches.
Yeah.
Okay.
In my opinion, if they would have given Stephanie and Liv longer time, longer minutes, they could have told a better story. But they're barely given time to get in their ring and do something.
Exactly.
And in the moment, the time that they did, could you believe Cody and Randy could pull off a match like that in such short time?
That's true. It's true.
No,
Very, very
What
solid
about
point.
John Cena and Roman Reigns?
not even.
Ooh, ooh.
No. The only time he had something short and sweet was when one, Rock against Obafemi, which was night two.
Exactly.
Taker versus John Cena,
Right.
which people are still mad about that. So yeah,
Yeah.
my opinion about night one is that it was just night one sucked,
Yep.
which is weird because night one never sucks.
Yep.
Night two was good. Night two was fun. You know, saw Rhea Ripley, saw Yo Sky, had a good time watching Yo Sky. Um,
Mhm.
I saw. I think that was the only women's card on the match.
Yes, it
Only
was.
match women's card match on the card. The ladder match was crazy.
Yeah, that match was dope. But continue.
Uh, what else? What else they had on night one? Of course, night two we had Obafemi versus Brock, which was pretty cool, especially seeing Brock give it
Trick and
his
Sammy.
goodbye to everybody.
Yep.
hmm A trick against Sammy, that was cool, man. We were all cheering trick on. I missed the entrance though. I had to go to a certain restroom and they don't have enough stalls for people.
Well, you didn't
The
miss much
airport
because
has more stalls.
you didn't miss much on
Old
Trick's
man had
match
an
because
emergency.
that
Old
was a
man
bad.
had
That
to
was a bad
wait.
one.
Yeah, that's exactly what the old man said when he was waiting. This is bad.
And
For real.
then the Demon versus Dom.
The
That was
demon.
cool. I like the Diamond entrance and the Demon entrance was pretty cool. I was hoping
No,
that JD would like interfere, but
right.
probably because of the Mexican destroyer off of the ladder, I don't think JD was coming back.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
So it was weird not to see Dom interfere for Liv or Liv interfere for Dom.
Yeah.
That was the craziest part.
Yeah.
What else? You had of course the main event. That sucked.
Damn.
Yeah.
Honestly, I started too. I'm like, oh, it's Seth versus Gunther on night one. That was okay because it was cool to see Braun spear the shit out of Seth from far away.
Mm-hmm.
And
Nice.
then get
Okay.
injured and never come back again. That sucks. But yeah, that's my take. Is night one, I was like 5-star type of thing. I'll probably give it like a 2.5.
Okay.
Uh, All because of the fact that the women's match should have had more time, should have closed
Mm-hmm.
out the show.
Yep.
And the only thing that stayed on was probably the freaking Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu. Was the only thing that saved night one, in my opinion.
Okay.
Night two, I had to give that a 4-star.
Okay.
Only because CM Punk lost. If he would have won, it would have been 5 stars. Like, I wouldn't care. I'd give it 10 or 20 stars. I'll
Facts.
do Dave Meltzer, 30
Facts.
stars, you know?
Yep.
But
I agree.
he lost.
Very good.
All right, so go ahead, Tony. That's my assessment of everything that happened. I missed Monday Night Raw. Long story
Okay.
short, a lot of shit happened, and we couldn't make it on Monday Night Raw.
Sounds good. All right. Well, for
That's
this
it.
one, we're gonna go with the with the good and the bad. So obviously, the bad part you're discussing was the women's matches for sure were too short. You're saying, right? Night one overall
Yeah.
in general was definitely bad, right?
Tragic.
Yeah. And the
That's
good part was, basically, some of the matches like the ladder match. That was a good part of it and everything like that. We'll stick with the bad. Let's stick with the bad right now. Let's highlight the bad stuff. And I'm gonna chime in with you on this one. So the shortness of matches is definitely the bad part of what was going on with WrestleMania Vegas. This was taking a lot of us fans watching and like describing and trying to witness this, live action, right? Shortness of matches. Matches were too short. Average matches were about 8 minutes. 8 minutes. 8 minutes and 50 seconds was average of these matches. Okay. All right. What's it called? The commercials were the long part. The commercials were about 4 or 5 minutes each. And at that too, there was plenty of different commercials. So the crazy thing is that WWE would start off with a commercial. Then it becomes the ad commercials of the whatever subscription you're under. And then again, after the ad commercials are over, WWE does another commercial or two after that. So overall, there are at least 10 to 15 commercials between breaks, between these matches, right? And within these 10 to 15 commercials, it's about a minute or two each commercial, minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes tops with each commercials. So it's annoying. All right. That was definitely one of the bad parts, right?
Okay.
The other bad part of WrestleMania, especially pertaining to night one, the Liv and Morgan match. I mean, the Liv and Morgan. Same chick. The hell? The Liv and Stephanie match.
Good to see Liv versus Morgan herself,
That's right. the Steph and Liv match, second, co-main event, was so freaking short. It perceived the notion as why those two shouldn't have been main event, right? It gave a reason to a lot of fans to say, well, you see, it was short. That's why it wasn't the main event. No, man, that's bullcrap. It's not like as if they didn't want to extend. It's not like as if Steph never had a long match. It's not like Liv never had a long match. These women are used to that, right? These women are used to that. These women are and at that too, the expectation was for them to have a longer match to get all their aggression out and figure out who's the victorious person of all, right? To give us that speculated, spectacular winner. And in general, like you said, it should have been Steph. Had it been Steph, that pop would have been so much better. Because it was Liv, okay, people were like, okay, thank God, it's over type of deal, because the match was ridiculously boring and not entertaining at all, which freaking sucked. But in general, Steph, should have won that match. Definitely should have won that match, which sucks, and that was that was the major part of night one. What's it called? Storylines themselves, we can say it was too short or whatever case to be, but I don't want to get into the whole storyline perception, just because it's like, listen, you can get two good wrestlers who have a small little storyline, put them in the ring, and they'll blow out the match. They'll make a great match. So
yeah,
I can't put too much emphasis. Yeah, I can't put too much emphasis into that. So I'm gonna go over that. The last match, the main event, RKO to Pat McAfee, Randy Orton. Leaves a big question mark as to why. Yeah, why the hell that happened? What was the purpose of that? It made it. it made that last match weird. And put it this way, the outcome of it.
If I'm not mistaken, though, wouldn't this be the time for McAfee to take a step away to focus on football a little bit more too, though?
Probably. In all essence, you're right for that. And there's some time in the more
Allegedly.
reports exactly. The reports as we kind of discussed them later do kind of feed into that. So that does make sense. Then the bad part I put out. Okay, this is just my particularly bad part. Speed. He goes face. He goes baby face. What the hell?
Bro.
Yes, it was probably fun, probably cool, entertaining. Everyone was cheering or whatever case to be in night one. But it's like, come on, man. Why are we giving a streamer over here all the attention like that on WrestleMania? It should be focused.
Shout out to the pants, though. He looked
that's true. The fit did look kind of hard. I give you that one. I ain't gonna lie. The fit did look kind of hard. But the attention should have went to LA Knight. It should have went to LA Knight, and he should got all that attention.
Every time, bro. Every time.
Yes. I don't know what it is, but it seems like WWE just doesn't like him, or if maybe it's just me personally. I think Triple H doesn't like him.
He's just a nice guy. Maybe he just likes to let people win.
Maybe. So there's that. Women's tag match, like you were discussing, old man. Underperformed, in my opinion. They could have had a better match overall since it was 4 different tag teams in there. But most importantly, the bad part of it, as everyone witnessed, Bayley walked away pissed off. One of your top superstars walked away totally upset and ignoring this whole thing, right? And reason being is more than likely to the emphasis of, I'm excited for Paige to return, and respectfully, great job. But for you guys to automatically get the championship titles because you won is ridiculous. It's the same situation that happened last year with freaking Becky Lynch. Why people were pissed off. It didn't make no sense. It should have been Bayley. And then the next night on Raw, Becky goes heel. So again, doesn't make sense. It pisses off. And a veteran like that, obviously they don't care. So why should she care? So let her just walk away. That was the bad part. That's night one. Let me see what else I got on there. Night one. Entrances. I'll put this overall in general. So I'll start for that part. Entrances in general were lackluster. They were not spectacular. There was really nothing in the entrances that really blew up to us. All right, that looked.
What kind of entrance did you want? You wanted like a Shawn Michaels like boy toy entrance?
It's WrestleMania. It's WrestleMania. Yeah, exactly. It's WrestleMania. This is the night that every superstar should have something of a pop. Yeah. Something. You know what I mean? Like the coolest ones. I mean, especially the main event. Yes. The coolest one, yes, overall, was CM Punk's. Like, CM Punk's freaking entrance was by far the bar to be set when it came to the rest of the crew of night one and night two. Moving forward.
Did he have a professional singer?
Not even. He had the professional last year. But the thing was, what they did at the beginning of his entrance was the fact that they involved a lot of his Ring of Honor situations. They did like a little homage, a little memoir type of picture storytelling. They had his original entrance theme of Ring of Honor playing. Then he walks out into the crowd, says what's up, knocks on the stadium, and then they play his music as he says clobber time. Right? Is it clobber in time or clubber?
It's clobber.
Clubber. So there you go.
Like you ever watch the theme from Fantastic Four, the King theme? Yeah. Clobbering. Like I'm a clobbering you down. Clobbering.
Yeah, clobbering. So when he did that, they play his music. Fucking awesome. All right. And he didn't need to have a whole little, fireworks to be blowing or whatever case to be, people dancing or whatever case to be in the background. He didn't need all that. It was cool. That's what it was. That was the best thing. But everyone else, man, it's like you expect it to be better. Like Fatu had people dance, like doing the spinning of the fire, but he only had 2 guys. All right. If that was Vince McMahon, Vince would have had 6 guys in there spinning fires everywhere like crazy. You know what I mean?
Samoans, bro.
Right, exactly. So it's that exaggeration because it's an entrance. There you go. Because it's Vegas. Blow it up. Like he would have had that.
Doesn't yell for one thing though. You realize that all the Samoans won that night? I have WrestleMania. Only ones
Mhm.
that lost were the girls, but
Ooh,
think of it. Every Samoan won at WrestleMania.
That's right.
the
Every
bloodline.
Samo-
If I was to make a bet, I would have came out rich as hell.
That would have been crazy. So that was one of the bad parts. Even Dom's entrance, I get it. Dom was trying to look cool. It was decent, but even that felt flat, in my opinion. It felt flat, like just the way it was, the way it perceived. Like it could have been cool, but there was something about it that was just missing. It was missing that feng shui
The
vibe. You know what I mean?
pizzazz.
The pizzazz. It just was missing something. So it is what it is. That's all. What else? The ladder match should have been longer. It should have been longer, in my opinion. Because the ladder match itself only lasted 15 minutes. I think that should have gone another extra 5 and had a little bit more going crazy everywhere, which regardless, it still was a great match. But this should have been longer. The other bad part, why the hell did Roman win? Why put the belt back when he's obviously going to be going away advertising for Street Fighter? Yes, you're going to probably want to have him with the belt on or whatever case to be. You feel like that's going to be better. But at the end of the day, CM Punk was bred and tailor-made for him to win that night. It was tailor-made for him to win. It was set it up for him to do so. The other bad part, obviously, was Brock retiring, in my opinion.
That was hurtful.
It was exactly, and no one was expecting that, and that's exactly why he did the symbol of the X, because obviously, if you guys don't really know, but wrestling people in general know that when a superstar or a referee or announcer, whatever case it be, throw up the X sign on TV like that, that means something occurred for real. That is a real situation. Exactly. So if there's an injury, they throw an X out so that way the camera crew and the gorilla can actually hear and they can send out the medical staff that they need to attend whatever needs to be done. That's what's for real. So the fact that Brock did that, it threw out everyone's plans, what was going to be set up for SummerSlam, because obviously what we know of is SummerSlam was set it up to be in Minnesota over there. So it was going to be setting up Brock's final match with possibly Gunther continuing on with his little, I'm the not say legend killer, but I'm your career killer in a sense, right?
Right.
So that was going to be the setup. And obviously Brock's like, you know what? I'm leaving on my own terms. I'm out ski. So it is what it is. That was the bad part. Missing superstars. I feel like because of the fact that these matches were short, then why the hell you couldn't add more matches? You probably could have had some more matches. You could have had Tiffy time. You could have had exactly within the commercial. You had Tiffy time. You could have had freaking Mortal Machine Guns, Apollo Crews. You could have all these other superstars that you didn't have obviously on there that you could have put on there to have some fun. Aleister Black, all this good stuff. You know what I mean? Like
they went with speed.
Exactly. But you go with speed. You go with these, Pat McAfee. You go with that crap. It is whatever. Fine. And at that too, to go back to the Roman match with CM Punk, the other bad part of that was so much of the mistakes that were happening in the match. Regardless of it was, in my opinion, the best match overall between the two nights. Both of them could have been disqualified, and that match in general should have been none the void. The title belt should be back on CM Punk, and I hope this becomes a storyline where he fights for it and gets it back in a sense. Because first off, Roman used the stairs on CM Punk. This wasn't a no DQ match. This was a DQ match in a sense. It was an exhibition. It was an actual official match, one-on-one, mano a mano, no stipulations, and somehow Roman hangs CM Punk on the turnbuckle, gets the stairs, and knocks it over CM Punk's head and becomes champion still? Don't make no sense. Second mistake, CM Punk throws tape at Roman's chest. Referee takes the tape, throws it out the ring. CM Punk ducks down. Low blow. The referee turns around, sees CM Punk, look at each other. They make eye contact as the arms fall through, and somehow the referee says, "Hey man, I'll let that happen because Roman obviously hit you with the stairs." Like, what the hell's going on? What is what is happening here? So that was the mistake. That was a mistake. So That I'll leave that as my bad. I'll leave that as my bad too. Now we go to the good part. Old man. Besides we move on to that bad part. Zach the Mac, any opinion on what was going on between the bad? Do you feel like what you watched in the highlights didn't make no sense to you?
I do feel like I agree with you on the Speed and Logan situation because obviously Logan is going to try to drag it out more because I watched his podcast after WrestleMania. And he's like, "Oh, me and Speed are done. We're so like our friendship's over with. Like he betrayed me." And it's like, dude, come. Like he's just milking it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yes, milking the cow.
But it's like, why go with that storyline when you can make something more interesting with
there you go,
actual good talent in the ring? You know what I'm saying?
Correct, Mundo.
Yeah. And as far as Lesnar, I'm very upset with Brock Lesnar. It sucks that that happened to him, and I was hoping for a longer, witness of him, but that sucks.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was just the bad part of it. I agree. Oh man, let's get into the good part now. What did you say was the good part, actually?
I think I'm kind of on a different page from y'all for the Brock Lesnar thing. I'll explain why. It made sense for Brock to lose to Obafemi and retire from Obafemi.
Mm-hmm.
I know we were all hoping it would be Gunther.
Yeah.
But like I
Maybe
said before, the only reason why Gunther kind of messed up with Gunther is because of the fact that WWE didn't put the belt on Gunther at WrestleMania. What they do is put Gunther against Seth Rollins.
Right.
In a match where Rollins almost beat Gunther until what's his name showed up to save him.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
So
good point.
To me, I'm like, they could have done so much more.
Right.
They could have, like I said before, you just made this guy retire AJ Styles, Goldberg, John Cena.
Yep.
And what you do, you put him in the middle of night one against Seth Rollins.
Yep.
All because you probably couldn't find no one for Seth Rollins.
Right.
So you
exactly.
Gunther.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, Gunther should have won the Rumble. Gunther should have gone on to face CM Punk or Cody Rhodes. Either one would have been good for Gunther. I would personally say Cody Rhodes would have been the best option for Gunther because of the fact that Cody beat Cena for the torch.
Okay.
Cody would have to go against Gunther to prove that, even though you retired Cena, now I'm the new torch carrier. Now I got to face you because the torch is on my hands.
Right.
That would have been the story.
Okay.
And Gunther would have just been like, I'm trying to win the belt because it's my time now.
Right. I'm claiming that as the ring general.
There's a storyline.
Sure. All right. Well, you think that? See, here's the thing. The good thing is the speculation and what you have an idea of kind of makes sense. It's just a matter of can they execute that make sense. That's my only thing. So
I also like how Gunther is a part of everyone's storyline too, because we're all seeing that ring general fits just very well for him. So
he's the bad guy. He is the bad guy that WWE can rely on to stay the bad guy. He's that
he's
guy.
Okay with that.
Yes, he's okay to take that role.
He's a guy's guy. He's a guy's guy.
Exactly. And as far as like, when it comes to WWE, who's going to be our guy, whatever, like our baby face? Well, he's not that. He may get a pop if he gets injured. Knock on wood, he doesn't. Something happens and he does a return. Yes, people are going to cheer for him as return because he's such a great superstar, but he is best at just being the it heel. And this generation, it heel is him. He is that. That's why I'm like, that is fine. It'll be perfectly fine. Whatever role that he goes into, he'll make a great match out of it. Even though I didn't like the match between him and Seth. I thought the match was lackluster, stupid, didn't make no damn sense.
I see what you guys. I see some of the highlights, and I see what you guys by like saying like Seth Rogen. He's not really good at wrestling. It's really not. Like, better on the mic for sure.
Yeah. He's better on the mic. Let him talk. That's fine. Okay, cool. Say what you gotta say, but you suck. And at that too, said this horribly, by far, one, in my opinion, thus far now, the most dangerous superstar to be in the ring with. Period. Like he injures everybody. He just injured Brock. He just came back Braun Breaker is now like freaking injured again because he cut his back of the head because of a chair shot. Who messes up a chair shot? And at that too, a back chair shot. Who does that?
Yeah.
Who does that? You did it before numerous of occasions when you double cross the Shield, and all of a sudden when you hit Braun Breaker on purpose, now you want to go a little too high and cut him in the back of the head, bro.
No,
you did that.
Accident. It was an accident.
Please, that's what I'm saying.
I accidentally hit you with the chair on purpose.
Shit. That's
I
good.
injure you because I need your. I injure you just to prove that you're injury prone.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So besides that, the good part. Let's get into the good part. Do you want me to go first? I got a little bit. Do you want to go first, man, or you want me to go first?
No, go ahead. I'll explain my good part about the Brock thing in a minute.
Sounds good. Now, the good part of it, what WrestleMania in general, yes, the good part I did like was the Obafemi and versus Brock. That match was actually entertaining. Even though it was a short match, that's fine. These two big men being a short match like that, somehow Brock's short matches actually are really good. His match that he had with Goldberg that lasted 2-3 minutes, I think, when he was speared 3 times maybe, and then did the freaking jackhammer, and then when Goldberg won, bro, that wasn't even cool as hell, in my opinion. That's just me. But
that was cool.
Yeah, this match itself, perfectly fine. I was perfectly fine with that. Return the Page, fine with that. Paige returning to WWE obviously was great just because of her story, what she's been through, all that good stuff. Her coming back to WWE and then to wrestling again, perfectly fine. Congratulations, Paige. I appreciate you being back. Great. The Jade versus Rhea, shockingly better than I thought. All right, better than I expected it was going to be. That match was freaking great. Actually, Jade was on point when it came to Rhea actually, doing her reverses or doing her moves itself. And then at that too, Jade herself was being the aggressor most of the match. Rhea was being the one taking on most of the punishment. And the way they set that up was a storytelling, fantastic style of a match. I was like, hell yes. Thank you, Jesus. They actually did that match right.
Slay.
So it was a phenomenal match in my opinion. I actually thought I would have graded, if we're doing the 5-point star, that would be the 4.5 4-star type of match in my opinion, because it was better than expected and they knocked out of the park. Yeah, at the last part where Jade was supposed to get hit with the move from Rhea, and then all of a sudden Rhea couldn't really lift her up because Jade is definitely heavier than Rhea, but the fact they adjusted and then adjusted it and do the second attempt, and then the way Rhea did the reversal, Jade takes the bump perfectly. They did that. They nailed it on the coffin. Awesome. CM Punk's entrance and overall CM Punk, his aura around WrestleMania in the main event, fantastic. That match was awesome. The ladder match was great. Again, in general, short-lived, but overall it was an entertaining match. I think Punk and Roman's main event is probably should be one of the match of the years, in my opinion. Just saying.
Okay.
What else was good about it? I think that's it.
How many spears did Roman get?
The ladder match.
Roman did get. I think Roman got.
No, I said how many spears did Roman get?
I think one. I think he dished out one spear. Three? Okay. All right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. They didn't really do their moves as much as I thought they were going to do, like 6-7 each or whatever. Nah, This wasn't all around like just them beating each other up and entertaining. And in fact, and that too, normally CM Punk looks gassed out, right? CM Punk looks gassed out in his matches or whatever case it be. And you could tell it's like, oh, it's that final minute. We got to knock it out. Nah, CM Punk looked like he got his ass in shape just alone for this match. You know what that reminded me of? What that reminded me of.
I thought I was tweaking.
Hey, that's the liquor right now. That's just kicking in. What that reminded me of was The Undertaker versus Batista, which man and I did the watch party for that. Like that reminded me of that, where Undertaker got himself into shape to look somewhat symmetrical to at least Roman. Obviously, he wasn't gonna look bigger, but at least
symmetrical.
You know what I mean? Like at least like, hey, I go to the gym too. I
got shoulders
too.
I got shoulders. You know what
I
I'm
do
saying?
curls.
I got long hair.
Yeah, I do bench presses. I do that too. It's me. That's what it looked like. And
I'd have to say one of my favorite matches for WrestleMania is Shawn Michaels and
Agreed.
You want to watch a good match, Zach? I recommend you watch Warrior versus Macho Man.
Yes, Warrior versus Macho Man was a good match. It's on Netflix. Watch it if you can. It's on the WrestleMania Vault. That match was actually surprisingly really good. And the same as that Undertaker Batista. It was better than I thought. I was like, me and are like, I was like, hey man, who's actually? I know who's gonna win, but how? Like, what's gonna happen next? But that was it. That's all I got. I mean, Finn Balor's return, obviously, as the demon. It was okay, but I feel like his entrance to itself was lackluster. Could have been better. Could have been creepier. Could have been cooler, but it wasn't. So it is what it is. But I think that's where I leave that as a good. Oh man, go ahead.
So for me, the good would have to be the ladder match.
Okay.
Each man had a perfect spot. Javon Evans landed all the moves that he had to land on that ladder.
Yeah.
Did it to perfection, did it to a T. So it was cool to see him perform to the expectations that I was giving him at WrestleMania. What else? Brock Lesnar retiring because of Obafemi. It makes sense to give it to Obafemi because Brock is now telling Obafemi, "You're the new beast."
Ooh.
So that's why I was like, it made sense that Brock's like, I'm not gonna give it to Gunther, because it's best that some wrestlers don't retire to the same guy. Because like, okay, Shawn Michaels, he retired Ric Flair. Undertaker retired Shawn Michaels. Undertaker retired himself. You can look at Mick Foley. Mick Foley got retired by Triple H, but he still kept going a few more years. But his WrestleMania retirement was against Triple H. Goldberg retired by Gunther. Sting retired by the Young Bucks. Even though Sting won, but Sting last match with the Young Bucks.
Sting? He didn't get retired by the Young Bucks. He retired on his own. He beat the Young Bucks. What you talking about?
That's what I'm saying.
I would say more so the corner of the ring stinks.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What I'm saying is like the win, his final match.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Bro, I'm sorry. You had me a little heated right there because I thought you was telling me like he lost or you know what I'm saying. It's just I think I get emotional. I get too emotional when it comes to Sting.
I said the same thing with Undertaker. Same thing I said about Undertaker. Taker retired himself. Sting retired himself. Lita got retired by Mickey James. No, by Trish Stratus. Trish got retired by Mickey James, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And even though she's come back time at the time, but that's why it's like, in my opinion, it makes sense that Brock said, I'd rather have you retire me than Gunther because it makes more sense that you are the new beast of the company. You're the ruler now.
Yeah.
Yes. The big dog.
Right.
Yeah, you're the big dog. And now it gives Obafemi a better boost because, like I said before, once Oba beats Brock, if I'm WWE, what I would do is I would have Oba surprise everybody and not challenge Roman at a SummerSlam or at WrestleMania. Have Oba challenge Roman, Oba and Roman. Had those two guys face each other on a Monday Night Raw for the world title.
Nice.
And if I was them, I would have Obafemi have to go through the Usos in order for him to get to Roman.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's cool.
That same night, Roman says, for you to get to me, you got to beat these two guys first by yourself.
Right.
Oba destroys the Usos and goes after Roman. Roman thinks that he could beat, he's a simple piece of cake, it's easy. I got this. Oba takes the spear. He gets that super spear that Roman does, gets up, picks him up, power bombs him, wins the match.
Period.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
like it, man.
That's what I would do.
I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So now, over Femi winning, that was good. Like you said about the bad, I do agree. A lot of missed opportunity on entrances. You could have done something with Penta if you wanted to make it more Mortal Kombat-ish. You
Right.
should have
Bring the
given it more
strippers, you know
Mortal
what I'm
Kombat, not
saying?
just him putting down the mat.
Where the naked
Mhm.
ladies are? We're in Vegas, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's break the rules. You know?
That's
Something.
true. Well, they should
Where
have
the
done that
bra?
with Trick
Where
Williams.
the bra
That
and
would be
panties
great.
matches at, man? Where
You know what I'm
they need to
saying?
make those come back. You know what I'm saying?
Vegas, baby.
Exactly. Play
Well-
play the area of your location, man. Vegas. Yeah.
I
we're
feel
gonna
like for them to
rock.
go back, but for them to go back like again to Vegas, like they should step it up way more.
Well,
They did it.
well, I put it this way. We'll get into that next. But go ahead. Is that all you got for your good match? Good stuff.
Well,
I'll
no,
highlight that.
because y'all kept cutting me off, jerk.
And, you know, now that you mentioned
Drunken
it,
jerk.
Yeah, you know what? Now that you're talking
Yeah.
about it, I think what the other
it
good
doesn't
thing was.
matter what you think.
Yeah.
CM
Go ahead.
Punk's entrance is good. I like CM Punk's entrance. The
Yeah,
ladder match was
definitely.
entertaining.
Yeah.
Rhea against Jade, like you said, surprised me. I think we both said, I don't remember if we rejected the match or not, but it was surprisingly good.
Yes, we did. We were like, you know what? I feel like it's not going to be as good as the way it should. You know what I mean? Like we were kind of like speculator of the fact that it just wasn't going to meet the expectation of what they're trying to make it. And sure enough, shocked the hell out of me. Yeah.
And the sad part is they messed up Liv against Stephanie. And I'll say it again. If they would have given those two girls more time
Yep.
and let them fight, not just regular, like, here, me in the ring. No, these two were beating the shit out of each other. They would have had a non-DQ match.
Yep.
It would have been entertaining to see them go because they would have gone.
Yes.
So that's a bad right there.
Hell
Stephanie and Liv was bad. Cody and Randy was bad. That was what the hell am I watching here? Even though I'm live.
Yep.
You're there and you're like, change the channel.
For real.
Please. I was like, is LeBron James playing today? I need something worse to watch.
Put that in there.
First of all,
Good one.
It was a good one. I'll leave it there.
So now, Roman against Cody, even though Cody lost, that was a pretty good match. Ain't that lie. I was entertained. I feel
Did you
like the
expect
reason
Cody
why,
to lose?
I mean, CM Punk against Roman, I'm sorry. I expected Cody to, so here's what I had in mind. I had Cody losing to Roman, and I had Cody losing to Randy, and Punk beating Roman. That's what I wanted.
Okay.
I got the opposite of it.
Gotcha.
I got Randy losing to Cody and Roman beating Punk.
So you were like really pissed. Yeah, you were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You were like, give me my money back, Triple H.
Yeah, for real.
And then, the worst part of it all, I can't even buy a drink at all.
Oh,
every time I went to the line, I was always busy.
Dude, oh my God, bro. What the fuck?
Because everything over there was expensive as fuck. So I was afraid to figure out if the beers are $100.
Yep.
Like, hey, like one beer, please. That'll be $100. No, you know what?
You know what? I'll just take some ice in a cup.
Hey,
thanks.
Yeah. That'd be $5.
How about you pour a little bit on my hand?
Yeah, that'd be $5 ice in a cup. You want, and at that too, the cup is probably gonna be about this big, the little small ones, about yay big, and it's gonna be the little hospital ices. That's what you want. Hey man, whatever works with you, man. Just give me that. I'll take that for free. If that's what you got for $1.
Do me a favor. Can you put a little bit of beer in the ice machine and then give me that?
Right, I'll take a water. I'll take a Bud Light at this point.
I'll take Bud Light Ice if I had to, baby.
Hey man, I'll take the cheapest beer you got in there, even if it's from 60 years ago. That's fine. Let me get it. It's the liquor
with some beer we haven't had in a long ass time.
That's right. All right, that's all you got, Mr. Old Man. You still got more to add to the list?
No, old man tired, old man done.
Sounds good.
Old man sit now.
On to the next part. Speaking of the money, WrestleMania Vegas made money. They made some money. It is they're already the crazy thing. As much as they were all over social media about the dislikes, the aggravations, all the bad stuff that we talked about. Which obviously the list, if we can add the list, the bad stuff is probably bigger than the good. Definitely bigger than the good. It actually was one of the highest earnings or grossing events that WrestleMania that WWE has had ever, right? One of the highest, which is freaking crazy. We were talking about ticket prices being so much. We were talking about the outcome of the economic situation around it being so, high price range, spiking up a little bit. This is what our end of discussion were for the last 2-3 weeks of what was happening with WrestleMania. And sure enough, it became one of WWE's highest grossing events ever. One of, all right? That make sense. That's crazy.
Dollar bill, y'all.
Yes. So in general, they generated over at least 320 million of the impact around, the actual stadium. It made 1.3 billion in digital views, which is 18% increase from last year's WrestleMania. Wow. Reading that threw me off to a loop because it's like, what? But then you know what? What I remember hearing in the NWA, a Straight Outta Compton movie, bad publicity, good publicity equals that. You know what I mean? Like, or equals money.
It's all publicity is good,
right? It makes money. All publicity makes money, right? Sure. Here we go. Look what happened. Publicity's making money, man. They're making revenue off of it, which is totally true because it's like, you're right. Even though we complained, even though we freaking hated what was going on, even though we were talking crap, what were we fans doing? We were still logging in, tuning in, watching. You, old man, buying tickets, going over there, purchasing whatever was going around it. We were all involved in this situation here. We were still invested in this. Crazy. That is crazy. Any thoughts on that, you guys?
I mean, it's really good for them. I mean, it's good that they can make an outcome like that in Vegas, and that only goes to show if they go kind of worldwide with it, then you know what I'm saying, a global aspect at WrestleMania.
Facts.
Many more dollars to come.
True.
Don't forget that the one thing I do want to point out that they did have over expensive tickets compared to last year.
Yeah.
That always plays in. The food prices, the market prices, everything that you could talk about.
So now speaking of that, but ticket prices.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my question is ticket prices.
Yeah, ask it, you jackass.
You arriving and you being there. I'm going. I got it.
Get to it now.
Yeah, right.
Hey man, it doesn't matter. I've been watching the 70s show too much. I'm over here thinking I'm high and stuff like that, trying to figure out what the hell what am I thinking about? Oh yeah. So when it came to arriving at the stadium, were there people outside saying, "Hey, I'll give you this ticket, I'll give you that ticket for X amount of price," in the sense of like, "Hey, we'll give you tickets for free. Come and watch WWE. Come and watch WrestleMania. You guys can sit up here. Hey guys, those who have already purchased tickets that are in this seat, why don't you guys come closer? Do you guys want to come closer? Do you guys want to move in, move up? Let's do that." Because here's my thing, man. You had two different seats. What I've noticed, a night one, you were way, in a sense, not way back there, but you was a good distance away where you like up in there by the bleachers in the corner section where they would come out through the tunnel type of section. Night two, boy, you was like, there's the ring, like right there. And then you was up here, like you just flat on the ground. You know what I'm saying? So how did that happen?
Well, because when I went to WrestleMania this year, with Wendy City Savage, shout out to him in the show. So Wendy City Savage actually bought me the ticket for night one.
Oh.
So that's why when I went to night one, I still ended up paying for it, but
Right.
the reason why I was sitting at that spot is the spot that they bought, the ticket they
Gotcha.
got.
Okay.
So night two, I bought my own ticket, and the cheapest one I could find was that one that you saw me at night two, where I was more clear where I could see the entrance and even the matches themselves.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, that's
So,
fine then. That's good.
but there wasn't that many scalpers. To tell you the truth, I don't think I saw
Oh,
any. I think those
okay.
guys, because tickets they were pricely up. You're looking at $200-$300. You think somebody's gonna try
Yep.
to sell a WrestleMania section row all the way up in the top of who knows the hell you're gonna be at for
Right.
more than $300?
Right.
No, you can't sell that shit, dude. So I don't think they want to sell it. What they did this time is they went to the WrestleMania store and they copied what they saw at the store. So they bought probably one of the shirts
Mm.
and they went back and tried to sell the shirt. So the shirts at the WrestleMania store were like $30.
Yeah.
They were selling it for nearly 10.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Hey.
So one, you know that either they had a hookup inside that place and they're like, you know what, we'll just sell it for 10,
Right.
or they have a machine that knows how to press that image in and
Exactly.
here's a WrestleMania shirt.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Well, as much as we hated what was going on with WrestleMania in Vegas 42, obviously it made earnings, and it is, I guess, TKO them. So all the reports of them talking about them being in charge of what was going on, with WWE and having the last say so. Hey, I guess it is what it is, man. Whatever they're doing is equaling money. Let's put it that way. And it's getting back their money into the investment of ESPN, and it's giving back. I can't argue with that, man. I can't argue with that. So it is what it is. As much as I hate the product, but you know what? It's like, hey, man, it's at the same situation what was going on with Vince McMahon. We could probably say, well, Vince had this in line. Like, no matter what, towards the end of the belt, there were situations where we hated where that whole idea was going. It's the same thing. It's the same cycle. Right now, it is what it is. So we'll move on from that. No biggie there.
It's like a circle. It's like a circle.
It's like a circle. A circle just goes into the circle, and then you just end up back to this. Now, speaking about money situations, it's, even though, WWE earned a lot, but, it seems like earlier today and yesterday, there were releases. There were cuts from WWE, and these are thus far some of the wrestlers. Superstars, actually. Aleister Black was one of the surprising ones. He had a crazy return from last year, and somehow he gone. No, 2 years ago. Then you had Selena Vega, which is crazier too. Santos Escobar, which is wild. Zoe Stark, who's still injured, who got hurt on an ACL tear from the match that she had on SmackDown or Raw. I think it was Raw. Oba Fry. I don't know how that goes. Bo Dallas, Nikki Cross, Joe Gacy, Eric Rowan.
This whole part reminds me of the Keelan Piskett where they're naming off football players.
Yes. Yeah. The slacks. That's awesome, man. We had Dexter Loomis, Kerry Zane. Oh my God. That's crazy. Motor City Machine Guns, Apollo Crews. I know, right? Andre Trace, Dante Chen, Tyra May Steele, Chris Island, Tyreek. Who's this? Igwe? I don't know. Trill London, Sienna and Litton. These names are ridiculous towards the last part, man. Glad they were the last ones, but
they're so ridiculous they had to get cut.
Yeah, exactly. They had to go. But if we all notice, man, literally all of Sinister Six, the Wyatt Six. I say Sinister Six.
Oh yeah, no.
The Wyatt Six were all
Yeah,
pretty
they
much
figured out these
released.
guys were trying to kill Spider-Man, and that's why they got rid of him.
Right. You know what I mean?
They weren't going for it.
The YS6 is gone. Old man, I mean, I guess you guys' opinion. Well, does anything pop out of here? Are these okay? Do you expect them to return? Like, what's your guys' thoughts on this?
No, hell no. Send them back.
I'm surprised about the Selena Vega one, but she wasn't selling merchandise anymore, nor her husband.
Yeah.
So I feel like sometimes they get cut the ones that they can't market, which is, in my opinion, you can market those wrestlers. You can market Motor City Machine Gun. You can
Right.
market Selena and Alistair. You can even
Yeah.
market Alba Fry and Kyrie Zane. I'm surprised that they got rid of all those.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like some of them might come back. I just don't know when, where, or how. But we still gotta wait and see. But yeah, it sucks
Same.
that a lot of them got released.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one, old man. Like, I think what really shocked me the most was Aleister Black, because if I'm not mistaken, he was probably one of the most important pieces of SmackDown for quite some time, man. He was really involved in most of the matches this past year in SmackDown, which, I mean, yeah, you really couldn't give him he didn't have a particular person to have a storyline.
But that was kind of his story, though. He was just kind of there.
Yeah, he was just there, and it sucks. But in essence, okay, maybe you're right, man. Maybe the merchandise played a lot of part of it, and he wasn't selling enough, and that's what probably stirred him away. It's not probably knocking to his wrestling ability, because he's a phenomenal wrestler, but he just probably wasn't selling. Same thing with Bo Dallas and the whole Wyatt 6. They weren't selling. Was it because of the fact that maybe WWE was involving them too much, or the way they set them up was to fail? I think I guess you would say no to that setup to fail. A lot of people were speculating because they had a phenomenal return after the passing of Bray. Rest in peace. But it just didn't lead anywhere. As much as they wanted to evolve them and give them a tag team championship and go from there, it just didn't go nowhere. And it sucks. It sucks. So some of these guys that returned and then all of a sudden got released again, sorry, but we got to move on. Like, in my opinion, sorry, but not sorry. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Because my opinion, Aleister Black could have been phenomenal in that ladder match. Same as Apollo Crews. Those two guys, I think, could have been in the ladder match at WrestleMania, and they could have really done some shit. But obviously, they're not in. It didn't anticipate nothing. So it is what it is. But hopefully, these guys can get back on their feet. If they're still interested, they're still TNA. They're still AAA. There's freaking Ring of Honor. There's AEW.
What? It doesn't matter. All right, they're on their feet. Get the walking. All right, on those feet. All right. No, it does suck though. These are some cool names, and I would say overall, yeah, you know what I'm saying. I would say though, Bo Dallas was kind of the shocker for me, because I thought the whole hype for them coming back, and then it's like, take your lantern, get out of here.
Yeah, take your little nightshade stuff and go somewhere. Like,
which sucks though. You're right though.
Exactly. Knock on wood and rest in peace. It's sorry to say, but there's a reason why Bray Wyatt was the superstar, and Bo, you're good and all, but just not that good as your brother, man. It just sucks. It's okay.
It's not that guy.
You're not that guy, bro. Not that guy. So it is what it is. But hopefully they can land on their feet somewhere else. I think they can. Now, everyone, applaud for Mr. CM Punk, everybody, which I'm going to do right now. I'm going to applaud to this gentleman right here, man. That's my guy. That is my guy. TMZ obviously was one of the first people to share what was going on and share the footage. But CM Punk was seen slapping a fan's phone away when this fan was all over, his wife and Bailey as they were hugging and trying to, console one another at the hotel, because this is the hotel now. This ain't after the stadium. This is at the hotel, everybody. They were at the hotel. They were booking.
It's at the telly.
They were about to, leave and stuff like that. They were saying their goodbyes. And this gentleman just was not getting the hint. Now, he released his own personal little clip of him looking at the girls, and then moving to the side, and then just seeing CM Punk slapping away, right? But there was another fan that was filming that fan, his phone getting slapped away, which then showed this fan all over AJ Lee and Bailey, ignoring their signs and respect of word of saying, can you please give me some space? Can you, block away? They were hugging and they were turning each other's face to the side because they were asking the gentleman, but he was ignoring the request. So what does a true man do? A true man steps up for his woman, steps in and says, get your ass out of my woman's face. If you don't get out of my woman's face, I'm going to beat your fucking ass. Better move, man.
If I may re-ask that question, what is a man from Chicago supposed to do? All right. He's just a guy from the streets. You know what I'm saying? He's from
the Shot City, man. Represent. That's what I'm talking about, man. Exactly. What is a true man from Chi-Town supposed to do? Well, I'll tell you what. Just like what CM Punk did, he gets up in the fans' face and says, get that shit up out of my wife's face. If you don't get that shit out of my wife's face, I'm going to choke your ass. I'm going to beat you. Just because I lost in UFC don't mean I can't beat your ass, right? You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
You know what I mean? It don't matter, man.
Get that corn out of my face.
Yes, get that corn out of my face. Exactly. You got it right. So he did that, and sure enough, security steps in, some other people step in, which is probably their, publicist or whatever case to be, get the fan out of the way, because obviously he looks like a fucking idiot right now, looking all drunk about it and stuff like that too as well, and just ignoring everything. It's complete jackass. Exactly. Give him the friggin' reject of the week right now, trying to anticipate and act like as if, all I want is a public apology. Ain't no way some Chi-Town dude like that who was sticking up for his woman gonna apologize to you for doing that. Not up in here. Not up in here. So you gone, right? So that happened, which is awesome. Congratulations, CM Punk. You a Chi-Town man. You are a guy, man. That's why the fans love you. That's why everyone appreciates you, man. On some real. Other thing is in the news is it's in the works, man. Battlefield movie is in the works with Michael B. Jordan attached to the project. All right, so look out for that. That's going to be pretty cool, in my opinion. He'd probably be one of the soldiers. Could he be the main actor? No one knows. It's not really been said, but he is involved with the project. He's probably going to be part producer, part writer at this point because his credentials is growing, everybody. He's, when we said that there's no more, actor superstars type of deal like what we had with Brad Pitt, George Clooney, all of them. When you say those names, them as superstar actor. They're whatever movie they're involved in is supposed to gross, money, right?
Yeah, moolah.
Exactly. Seems like Michael B. Jordan is this generation's superstar actor. You know what I mean? Anything he's involved in is probably going to make some money. So, hey,
I got a rebuttal. I got a rebuttal for you though. It's either him or the guy who plays Invincible. The guy whose voice is Invincible.
Oh, Yen or something like that. Let me be respectful.
I forget his name off the top of my head, but man, he like actor wise, like he does really good job in anything he touches for real.
Hey, I'm going to agree with you on that one. I'm gonna get the name right. Steven Yen, everybody, is what Zach the Mag is talking about. Steven Yen. I agree with you because guess what? He was involved in The Walking Dead. Phenomenal show. Greatest show. Continue forward. Yes, he did pass in the film. Pass in the TV show, but yet his freaking imprint was long lasting, right?
Hell yeah.
Invincible, right? The Netflix TV series, Beef. Awesome. He was in Beef. Right?
Yep. So and he was in the movie with Matt Damon and
hang on, I got you. You got Beef, you got Walking Dead, Invincible, you got Mickey 17 was probably one of the coolest ones. You got R.A.P. Then you had Nope. He was in Nope.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. Yes, you're right.
He was in Nope. He was the dealer or whatever case to be. The little.
He was exactly. Yes.
Yes. So yeah, he's been in phenomenal projects. So great job that. And then I think this other show you're talking about. Sorry to the brother you.
Oh yes, exactly. Yeah, that's it.
2018, that was good. So man, yeah, he's on the roll, man. He is on the roll. So Steven, continue with it. I at this point right now, it's been awesome. But if he's involved, I think that is probably one of the guys that you want to go out to and get and have those two guys as combos. Hey man, all props to you. All props to you. That'd be dope.
Straight up.
That'd be dope. All right. Other thing is trailer came out for Fokker-in-Law. Official Fox, which is what the fifth film of the franchise.
We had
what's it called? Meet the Parents, Meet the Fockers. No, hold up.
Little Fockers.
Little Fockers.
Yeah.
Let's say Fokker franchise. I want to look that up real quick. Let's see where we at with that. We had Meet the Fockers from Popular. Then we had freaking A, man. Meet the Parents, Meet the Fockers, Little Fockers, and now Fokker. Okay, so fourth installment film. Got it. Damn, man. This is 16 years been in the making thus far.
That's and a lot, for
real. I've seen the trailer. I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't want it. Nope. Don't like it. Don't like where it's going. Sorry. I think Ben Stiller could, have done better. I think he's done, enough with this franchise. But yes, the ideal of the concept could be right, but the actress behind it, I don't like. I don't like Ariana Grande. I don't appreciate it. I don't want it. Because she's involved in it. I'm sorry. I don't believe she's this new Robert De Niro super spy kind of guy and involved in the project of being this it person. I don't see it. Don't make no sense to me.
She's not undercover enough, huh?
Nope. Not invested in it. So it gives me a bleh type of taste to it when I saw the trailer. So I mean, did you guys see it? Do you guys agree with that at all?
Go ahead, old man.
No, go ahead. I'm still trying to figure out my wording.
Okay, for sure. I did witness it, and it looked it could have been a little bit more exciting. If you know the Fockers, if you will, the Gaylord Fockers franchise. Man, they got some good puns and they got some good jokes, and I don't know, it came off just a tad bit corny. Sure did.
Agreed. Yep.
And as far as Ariana Grande, yes, I agree too. I'm not the biggest fan of her as an actress. She's a very good artist, but
yes,
actress, a couple more classes wouldn't hurt nobody,
It's not the right movie for her. This is not the right franchise to be involved in. I think you've done cool with Wizard and Wicked or whatever the case to be. Fine. You want to do all that stuff and lose 10,000 pounds. Okay, fine. That's all power to you, man. You're over there. That's your spectrum. But to do a project like this, sorry, man. For real. It's just not it for you, man. It's not right for you. But yeah. Go ahead, old man. Did you have something to say?
No, I kind of agree with both of y'all. They're bringing her in because she's like the biggest star at the moment. So they need somebody to bring the younger generation to the film.
Right. I agree with that.
But to me, you could have gone with Selena Gomez, who has worked with
yeah.
Well, she hasn't. She's worked with Yeah.
Yeah, she has.
You're right. She worked with those guys. Yeah, I agree with you. I know what you're talking about. Okay. But yeah.
So
she works with them.
She would have been good. Another hot actress that's coming out would have been the girl who comes out in Predator.
Oh, that too.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
So
her
Selena Gomez,
sister.
What you're talking about is Selena Gomez in the new TV series, which is it's a big hit. Is Only Murders in the Building. That's pretty much, and besides Wizard Way to Replace. But Only Murders also has Steve Martin and Martin Short, right? So obviously she's like what you're talking about. It does make sense. She's been working with two top class comedians in the biz, and why not involve her in the project compared to Ariana Grande, and who's been working with Cynthia.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like why? Don't make no sense. Sorry.
Questions that need answers.
Exactly. Big answers and correct answers at that too. I agree with you on that one. That's all you got? That's all the comments on that one?
That's all I got.
Yeah, crappy trailer, crappy outcome. Don't think this is gonna make any money. Just my opinion. Ain't going nowhere. Other trailer that came out this past week was pretty cool as freaking hell, in my opinion. Thoughts on Coyote versus Acme? Come on, man. I'll start there again. Freaking hilarious. Freaking hilarious. The concept of it makes fucking sense. You know, Coyote using a lot of Acme products, and it is now legally suing Acme for all the mistakes and all the hurt and damage. So he's been dealing with over the freaking decades against Roadrunner. It's like, wow, freaking funny. It's in the simplicity of it. I think this is gonna be cool as hell, and the artistry of it perfectly fine. The fact that it involved John Cena being the villain of it, even better. And I'm actually excited for this. And when I saw it, I was like, you know what? This is actually a cool ass fucking Looney Tunes type of movie. This is definitely better than when Looney Tunes was going against Hollywood or whatever case to be. When, sorry to say, Brandon Fraser was involved in the project. Brandon, it's not your fault. I'm not saying it was your fault, but the overall movie and the concept of that was stupid. So I think you could be involved back into this one. My opinion, in my opinion, you probably could have been the lawyer that works with freaking Coyote, but it's okay.
That'd be interesting. That would be. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think he could have been the lawyer with Coyote, which I'm not saying this actor who's with them right now is bad, but I think redemption, you probably wanted to pick him up, but it's all good. I think this movie overall is gonna make some good dough. It's gonna be funny. I'm gonna go watch it for sure. So, what do you guys think?
It looks a lot better than Space Jam 2.
Thank you. Yes, definitely better than Space Jam 2. And you want to know why? Because LeBron ain't involved in the project. Thank you, Jesus.
You know what, you old man? Look, the first one I let slide, but this one, no, I'm just kidding. No, it does. I'll give you that. It does look. It looks just as entertaining as a Looney Tunes movie, but it does look good though. I think they did a good job with the casting.
Yeah,
and overall, it looks way more entertaining. I'd rather.
You know why they did with the casting? Because they didn't cast LeBron James into it.
All right, that's it.
Yeah.
I draw the.
Yeah, I agree on that one. They involved them in there. He's too focused on trying to survive the playoffs, so it is what it is.
Succeeding is the word you're trying to say.
Speculation. Refs. That's all good.
Are we doing sports? I'm just kidding.
No, I don't want it. We'll get to that later. Now the other trailer that came out, man, was a shocker. The DCU Clayface trailer dropped, and oh my god, this freaking movie I think is going to steal the box office when it comes out in October. It literally looks fucking cool. Everyone is comparing it to how the story was told during the Batman animated series and how creepy those episodes were and how intense they were involving yourself in as a fan. But oh my god, honestly, when they announced this, I was like, why would you guys do a Clayface movie? How does that make any sense? Like, the whole aura behind villains and making movies separately away from the Batman, it was speculative. But the fact that what we saw just in the trailer alone, I'm literally excited for this. I want to go to the theater to watch this. I don't want to see any more in the trailer. I'm fine if it doesn't involve Batman per se. But obviously, they're gonna show him in the background or saying he did this and that or whatever. But damn, I'm telling you, damn, this is, hey, whoever did this, I'm gonna give you applause, man. Already, just based off the trailer alone, the movie itself, I think it's gonna be freaking one of DCU's badass projects. And the cool thing about it is that it takes place, in a sense, this is probably the first project in James Gunn's DCU timeline because it definitely takes place before Superman, it takes place before Supergirl, and it takes place before Creature Commandos, which was one of the animated series that was one of the startups to the DCU. So it takes place before them for sure. And then after that, then that's why he appears in Creature Commandos. So it, it being done in that way, and the fact that it answers the questions, are we going to see superheroes in this film to stop this guy? More than likely not. I think this is more of a ground level horror flick that gives us fucking badass vibes, man. I'm excited for it. I want it. I want to see it. I'm ready for it. Let's go. I'm just telling you no. What did you guys see the trailer? Are you guys excited for it as well?
I did. I saw the trailer. I for sure saw it. It was good. I definitely saw it. It looked pretty interesting. And it gives a sinister look to Clayface's demeanor, if you will. Way more sinister, and I like that. It's like a dark edge. Like, it's good because he's always been a creepy ass villain. To get a backstory about how he's been like that, that sounds really good to me, actually.
Oh man.
It actually, I like the way it looks. I like the fact that it, like you mentioned before, it reminds me so much of the animated series. That's one thing I want to point out of how much it resembles like a lot of things that Clayface from the animated series. That it matches up to that.
Yeah.
I heard that Batman is supposed to be in this film, but not until like the very end.
Right.
Ooh.
So it'd be cool to see who they cast. Remember, this is, even though this is Clayface, apparently this is movie still kind of like those outer movies where it's out of the DCU.
You heard that?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh no, I heard otherwise. I think the first idea of it was supposed to be the Outworlds, but that's why it's attached to this DCU Studios. The DCU Studios, what James Gunn had to clarify for us fans, because that's what we were speculating. That's what we were wondering. Is this an Outworld type of series? Does this connect to Matt Reeves' Batman? And he answered the question and said, no, this is a DCU project because of the fact that when the script was written and once everything was put together, they had to add it to their storyline. They had to add this to their DCU storyline. So that's why when fans are asking, when does this take place, then if you're saying if it adds to your storyline, when does this take place between what we've already seen between Peacemaker, Superman, Supergirl, the Commandos? He answered the question and said it takes place prior to all that, hence why it's an origin story in a sense that leads to Creature Commandos. And then once Creature Commandos occurs in the animated series, when we watch it, he's already been established. And that's why we get his character and involvement afterwards. We're going to figure out what's going to happen in a sense for the future for this character. So that's what I needed to find out, because I was like, is this an Elseworlds or is it part of the DCU? It was starting off as an Elseworlds, but the fact that how good it was and how everything was coming out to be, between the script, filming, and then showing to the fans, Gunn was like, no, we're adding it to the storyline and we're adding it to the timeline of the DCU. This is, in a sense, their first film that takes place within their storyline, which is definitely going to be happening before Lanterns. So it's like, damn, is that good? I'm cool with that. I'm down with that.
Yeah, too. That's what they're planning on doing.
Mm-hmm.
I like that idea. Then the other thing I'm gonna put in there is that if this is their approach, that means that if they've been saying that Batman's supposed to appear in this movie,
Mm-hmm.
then we're looking at the new DCU Batman that's gonna come out.
Exactly. Which is more than likely why they're keeping the announcement of who's going to be that so secretive, right?
Ooh,
Yeah,
good
because
point.
they want to surprise you at the movie theater.
Man, I swear to God, Bo, this is the case, and this is, let's say, for instance, an end credit or post credit type of deal, and it shows up. Oh my God. Do you know how many fans are going to be all over the freaking social media page?
Yeah, yeah. It would be a good step forward for the
Yes.
DC.
Hell yeah. And the fact that we're questioning if James Gunn, is he going to stay with the DCU or is he going to be gone? After this, I think he's gonna stay. He ain't going nowhere. That boy's staying with the DCU. He's like, nah, I got some good projects. This is gonna be great. I'm just so excited for this. I was really like speculative of like, is this going to fail or not? And just by watching that trailer, I'm like, I gotta watch this, man. This is badass. It looks badass. It looks fucking dope. It looks dope. All right. Moving on from that. Normally we talk about sports, everybody, but this time around we're gonna talk a little bit of it. We're just gonna say congratulations to those, because we are Shy City. Reject Rundown, as you guys notice, our logo and our colors is the Chicago flag colors. So we gotta represent once in a while. We gotta show love, we gotta appreciate, and we gotta love the fact that we've got new draftees and appreciate and welcome those that are coming back or coming to Chicago. Because if you do good, Chicago's going to love you for life. So those who've been drafted by us over the last 2 days, welcome to Chicago, everybody. First round draft pick, Dylan. I'm not going to announce his last name as pick number 25. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Overall, I think everyone was grading you as an A+ from Chicago picking you. So if they did that, I'm gonna trust in that. And the way they were comparing you to Harrison Smith from the Minnesota Vikings, which he's been playing for 15 years, if I'm not mistaken, then perfectly fine for me. As a safety, I appreciate that because that was one of our needs. Second round pick, Mr. Logan Jones. Obviously an offensive lineman, center. You know, we've gotten our last year, this past, postseason, our center retired, is gone from the game, even though after a great season. So them picking a center obviously was probably made some sense because we need to have some type of superstar to fill the void. So
I mean, we need a center of gravity. It's kind of
agreed, exactly. And if offensive lineman to protect Caleb Williams, perfectly fine. Sounds good. Now in round 3, though, Chicago, really? I don't know why. You on our third round pick for pick number 69, Sam Roush, obviously tight end from Sanford. Why do we need a tight end? I don't know, but hey, you're with Ben Johnson. If last year tells me, trust in Ben Johnson's offense. So at this point, I'm gonna trust in that. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'll leave it at that. The other second round, third round pick that we got is second round. The other second, third round pick that we got at pick number 89 was Xavier Thomas, a wide receiver from LSU. So again, a wide receiver? Really? I mean,
I predicted that though. I so predicted that the Bears were going to get a wide receiver,
but not at third.
They weren't even going to care about protection. They were just going to go get some.
But that's what, dude. Like, of all things we need is defense. We need to fill the defense. But then again, it's like you're right. You know what? I'm gonna let it be. I trust in the process. Ben Johnson has done enough for me to say I trust in what you want to do. So I'm not gonna sit here and judge it. Leave it alone. If this is what's gonna happen, then what that tells me is that the offense is gonna be more in sync. They're gonna have more young guys that are gonna want to make plays, And we are going to be on NFL's ESPN highlight of the week every week at this point right now. So
I will sure hope so.
leave it alone. Exactly. Just please, everybody, please do not make Caleb Williams Madden NFL cover. Please.
Yeah.
Do not. I know you fans that are not Chicago fans are saying yes to. All I'm saying is that those Chicago fans that appreciate what's happening do not allow this to happen, because
if you care about this man's legacy.
Exactly. If you care and if you really want Chicago to succeed, say no and please hope for someone else. Pick someone else. Pick fucking Patrick Mahomes. Let him be gone for another 10 years. I don't care, man.
Put Joe Flacco back on. I don't care.
Exactly. But Joe Flacco, he's about to retire anyway. Who gives a fuck? I mean, just saying. But yeah. So yeah, that's what I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. Welcome you guys to Chicago. We are going to appreciate you. We appreciate thus far that you guys have accepted the role to be in Chicago. But we are moving on to Reject of the Week, everybody. I know this is a long show that we normally do, but WrestleMania took a lot of bulk of our conversations. Reject of the Week is Rob Parker. You want to know why he's Reject of the Week, guys? Because this motherfucker over here wants to sit there and say, hey, why I don't get why men in general like wrestling. Why they like WWE? Why they like AEW?
He did single out the men, you know what I'm saying? As a man, yes. I feel offended.
He went out there and said, why do men? You want to know why do men watch? We appreciate wrestling? Hey, it's the same fucking thing why we watch movies. It's the same fucking thing why we watch TV shows. It's the same fucking thing we watch fucking plays. It's
same reason we're watching your ass talk about this.
Thank you. It's the same motherfucking reason. Because it's entertaining. Entertaining to what is happening of the week. What is entertaining happening at the moment, Rob Parker? Just because you were not involved or watch wrestling, that doesn't mean the rest of the world is going to sit here and say, hey, we don't watch wrestling. No, that's some BS. That is some BS, Rob Parker.
Damn right.
Us fans who grew up watching wrestling are going to stick with the product that we appreciate and watch further. It's the same stupid ass reason why we watch fucking football or basketball. Why do you guys watch it? Why? Because we like watching. Even though basketball has so many fucking stupid ass calls, has so many different
we don't have
rules
to attack
and regulations.
We don't have to attack basketball first. We can attack.
Well, you know, that's because playoffs are happening right now. So why we do all that makes no stupid sense. Why do you guys hype up LeBron James? Because it's stupid. It makes no sense. But we still watch it. Just saying. NFL. Want to watch the NFL? Hey, refs are making some stupid plays. They're causing some mischief. They are controversy in what's happening. But yet, guess what? We still tune in to watch it. It's the same goddamn reason, man. So you don't get it. That's not my fault. Then don't judge. Then don't understand. Don't comment. Don't say nothing, because guess what? All of us fans who like watching wrestling, like myself included, when we see you on the street, I'm a bitch smack the hell out of you. I'm just saying.
And I mean, to slander them on one of their greatest like money making weekends for WrestleMania 2 is like, dude, obviously it's good. You see, it's good entertainment.
Exactly. Of all things, one of the highest grossing WWE events of all time thus far. You want to comment and say, why? I don't get it. You don't fucking have to get it. Don't fucking matter, man. Just shut your ass up. Don't comment.
Better question. Who the fuck asked you, motherfucker?
Yeah, thank you. Who the hell asked your ass? Hey, did you like watching it? Nah, man. Okay, great. You didn't watch it? Don't comment no more. Don't say shit afterwards. Just shut your ass up and move on, man. Talk about football, talk about basketball. The shit that you actually watch, talk about that. Don't talk about something you didn't watch. So leave it alone.
Talk about a dream that you never fucking succeeded. That's the thing about reporters. Just because he tried out for wrestling one time at a shit show and he didn't get it, now he's like, this is dumb.
Exactly. No, you dumb, my guy.
You so dumb you couldn't even understand it, motherfucker.
Exactly. Hey, these guys are in the ring. They're entertaining us. They're gonna have a fake fight. It's fine. At the end of the day, whatever happens to them is gonna be real. If they're gonna have a broken leg, it's literally broken. It's not make believe. It's for real. If
If he dies, he dies.
That's make believe. That's real. That's not make believe. He fucking dies in the ring. You know what I mean? What the fuck? We're gonna do all this bullshit, man. I'm fucking sick of these guys. I'm sick of these people who don't like watching wrestling. Comment and say why? Well, why? Why do you do it? Why is this? Why is that? Shut your ass up if you dumb enough to sit there and like. How do you not understand?
They're obviously doing something good to get your attention to slander them. You
know, very much so. It's true. That is fucking true. Remember about that because it's make no sense. It's like, why do you still watch it? Why do you still watch the news? The news ain't real. The news gonna give you fake news. How many years have we found out news is fake news? All right. How many times we watch out this movie that we watch is already filmed and the outcome is already set. It's already gonna happen. It's a movie. It's fake. Not real. So
why are you watching it? Boy, if you don't get
your ass out of my face before I literally put these 5 fingers to your face. Go somewhere, man. Go somewhere. And that too with the ring. With the ring that has some indents in it, boy, if you don't move away from my face before I implant these indents to your back of your dome or the front of your temple, move, man. Move. That's what I'm saying. Oh, man, any comments on this?
No, I'm chewing food because I didn't know when to talk. Y'all were just going and going. Y'all like the energized bunnies over here.
That's true. It just aggravates me, don't it? Don't it aggravate you, old man? Don't you have a rage bait right now happening, brewing?
No,
when someone says, I was put this way,
play it out so many times.
Yeah, when someone says, "Oh man, why do you still watch wrestling?" What's your reaction to that question? Why do you still watch WWE? Why do you still watch fucking TNA, AEW? Oh. Go ahead, explain.
Those are people who sit down and watch Game of Thrones. They sit there and they want to see how far it goes, where it ends.
Huh?
And some of them, they have seasons. Some of them, the series will last for a few seasons, and it's over. Look at, what's it called? That one thing with the monsters and the kids and all that stuff. Yeah, there you go.
Godzilla versus King Kong.
Stranger Things. Yeah. The reason why we watch this is because in reality, it's our escape from reality. It's we grew up watching this and loving what we watch. Yes, they don't hurt each other apparently, but to tell you the truth, when I've seen people on news outlets call a wrestler out about it being fake.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Take it down.
I know it's a
touching subject. You get choked up thinking about it.
I mean, times as a wrestler like slapped. I remember that one guy slapped the news reporter.
Yes, you remember that? We watched that on friggin' what's it called, Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah. The news reporter gets slapped, and what does he do? He sues the guy for smacking him. Dude, that was a stiff shot. I bet you he didn't hit you as hard as he probably would hit somebody in the ring like Vader would. You're lucky it wasn't Vader.
Yeah.
Because the wrestlers talk about.
I was like Dr. D, which was original name David Schultz, was a WWE superstar at the time when it was WWF. Slapped the importer. And speaking of that though, oh man, do you remember when Hulk Hogan choked out one of Law and Order's SVU actors when he was a TV host when he was younger? He choked him out, made him drop down on his feet and his face. Made him pass out on live TV. Do you remember that?
Off an actual move that they did in the ring.
Exactly. Chokehold, sleeper hold.
He just applied more pressure than he should have, and look what happened.
Exactly.
That's why, in my opinion, you talk bad about these people. You talk bad about what they do, but they study these things. Why do you think Brock Lesnar was able to go into the UFC and kick Rick Mir's ass nearly twice? The first time he got lucky with the submission, but the second time, Brock destroyed him.
Mm-hmm.
What about Batista, who went into UFC and kicked ass?
Yep.
Or Bobby Lashley?
Yep.
who went into MMA and kicked ass.
Yep. CM Punk.
You see, CM Punk got in there and took the beating, but he still went in there.
Yep.
He did.
If he could have not taken a beating, he would not gotten in and taken the beating.
Facts.
Now, ask me about the people who have gone from UFC or football into WWE.
Yep.
How many of them
that's
can
a good
last
one.
the grueling schedule that these guys last year and year and year?
Yes, right.
That's
Or
true.
celebrities or super like singers, like
Yeah.
Bad Bunny, fucking
Yeah.
Jelly Roll.
Jelly
Look,
Roll?
like the comment on that, what you're saying. Bad Bunny wasn't able to work out the way he did work out and look all extra swole if it wasn't for him training for WWE. Look at Jelly
Yeah.
Roll. He lost
did
all that weight because of the simple fact is that when he was at the peak of his weight, he went in the ring, he chokeslammed somebody, and he said, "What the fuck is going on? Why do I look like that? Why am I gassed out? If I need two fucking men to pick me up in this type of situation, I need to do something." And what did he do? He went on his weight loss journey because of that. How
true.
dumb are you? How the fuck? Okay, yeah.
Now,
Exactly.
here's the second question about Jelly Roll. He went and took a bump on top of a table.
Exactly.
Not once, twice now.
Right.
People talk about that. People
Yep.
still, it's in the news. People
Yep.
were like, look at Jelly Roll. He just went through a table.
Yep.
Any miscalculation on that table drop, and Jelly Roll would have been injured.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
That's why we watch it knowing that, one, we never know what can happen. But two, we watch it just for the satisfaction of watching some guys and girls who learn how to perform the dance of in-ring dancing put on a show.
Yep.
Yeah.
People
It's
want
fun.
to entertain us. It's like going to the circus
Yeah.
or going outside to watch people dance around. You know, you got the Olympics where people were really dancing just to win a gold medal.
Yes.
Literally breakdancing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Solid point.
And that breakdancing sucked. All of them didn't know what the hell they were doing. But there they were.
Right.
They gotta go medal for it though.
So yeah, that's my opinion. It's you just need to know and understand the product. I bet you if he were to go in there and compete with them and train with them, he won't be saying much. He'll probably be back at the studio talking about how sore he is.
Yes.
How sore he is for an entire year.
Even then, oh man, I agree with you. Even then, if WB were to sit there and say, "Hey, here's a ticket. Why don't you come and watch the show? Sit in front seat next to green shirt guy, watch it, and let me see how you feel." How many people have done that? Where they sit there and say it was superstar. And this is my thing. I'll go back to I watched podcast series and YouTube series of The Pivot. Everyone knows. Shout out to those that who do it and stuff like that. Safety. I can't remember his name, but I want to show respect. He's a Steelers legend, Hall of Famer on that part. If he gets into Hall of Fame with the Steelers. Then there's a gentleman who's a linebacker from the Miami Dolphins for quite some time, and then Mr. Running back from Jaguars that was obviously great too as well. The fact that when they were invited to a WWE event, never watched it, never seen it, never went to an event before that, shows up at the event, watches the product, and sit there and says, "Damn, this is real. I'm a fan. I never watched it. I never understood it when people talked about it. I didn't, I judged those who were fans of it. But me watching it, I became a fan. It's a great, entertaining situation. So, Mr. Parker, if you didn't go with the right people, if you didn't get invited by the right people, then your ass needs to sit there and go and watch it with the right people. All right. Once you do, then your ass will kind of get the concept of why people like WWE wrestling. Not just WWE wrestling, freaking TNA wrestling, AEW wrestling.
The art of wrestling overall.
The art of it in general. you'll get the concept of it, man. Just saying. I agree with you on that one. And why? It is like, it's also too as well. Why the hell was there so many boxers, so many MMA fighters, so many freaking NFL superstars, basketball superstars who dabbled into this now streamer superstars who dabbled into wrestling and sit there and have some fun with it. Now you will end up finding out why. That put that way. Yes. So, anyways,
after the
Rob,
spot, we haven't seen Shaq no more.
what happened?
After the table spot, I don't think we've seen Shaq in the ring no more. After the table spot, he took to Cody.
Exactly. And at that too, though, Shaq, my thing was Shaq was training, that's why he got bulkier. He was training to have a WrestleMania moment with Big Show, but again, that never happened. And like that too. Why did you think Shaq wanted to do so? He went from that to going to AEW, had some fun, and then went from there. It just doesn't make no sense. It is what it is. But Mr. Parker, go on and do that. Tune in, watch it, understand it. Then you'll kind of figure out why do we appreciate what's happening with wrestling? Why do we still watch it?
Don't knock it till you try it.
Exactly. Don't sit there and talk shit if you don't know what's going on, man.
I bet you might have brought it up because of Tom Brady, who said wrestling is cute. And said none of those wrestlers would be able to get to me in the football field.
I put this way, chim me off of that, and that's fine. Go for it. But also, too, if you Tom Brady, if you didn't get your ass in the ring, go for it. But the crazy thing was that as soon as he mentioned that comment, how many people went after his ass for saying that? And then him going to media and saying, listen, guys, I do appreciate wrestling. I do appreciate it. Right? How many, like, he went on a VP fucking, like, apology tour type of deal for a good minute after that. So, yeah. Just, if you don't know nothing, shut your ass up. So I guess.
Yeah. Shit, I would like to see him take a bump.
Yeah. Go in the ring. Train with Undertaker. Undertaker will show you. You'd be glad he'd open up his gym for you.
No,
gladly.
Not just train with Undertaker. You call it cute. Why don't you work the same amount of days and hours these guys work?
Yeah, day in, day out. At least for 5 days straight. Work with them. I agree with you. On that one. All right, moving on for Reject of the Week. News segment, good or bad? In general, man, I think I want to know what your opinions is on this one right here. The good or bad? Is this good or bad? WWE Backlash cancels their tag match that they had scheduled with Pat McAfee and Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes and Jelly Roll. Now, this is still somewhat of the speculation. This is still somewhat of a rumor per se, but in the way they're setting this up because of the RKO, like we discussed earlier in the show, this may lead up to an actual cancellation of a tag match. Would this be good or bad for WWE at this point right now?
Good.
Very good. I take that. I never take.
I mean, yeah, I'll go with good as well. I mean, just because if you guys know if you feel like we don't need it on the main event card, I'm all for vetoing that shit.
We don't need it right now, and that too. The crazy thing was that Jelly Roll, as far as what people are commenting or kind of spilling out to the media that they've talked with Jelly Roll, he himself has said, listen, I don't like this negativity of people's criticism of him being involved in WWE at this point right now. I want to step away from this situation because at this point right now, fans love him because his music, his storyline, his involvement with his wife, all that good stuff, all the good things are happening right now for him. With all this negativity in WWE, he don't want it. He don't need it because this does carry weight. The crazy involvement of what WWE fans have and their comments and their situation and stuff, it does carry weight. So he don't want it. He don't want this negativity involved in right now what's going on with his projects. Neither does Pat McAfee. Why? Because he's involved in NFL and what's going on with the draft and future when it comes at start of the NFL season. So they don't want it. Let it be. That's fine. So you're right.
Yeah.
That is, I agree with you guys. I'm gonna chime in on that one. That's a good thing why we don't get it. It's perfectly fine. We don't want it at Backlash.
Right.
Second thing, everybody, what was reportedly posted out there? Man Spider. Obviously, what we were anticipating when we saw the trailer, Spider-Man Brand New Day. Reportedly will not make an appearance in Brand New Day. Actually, something else is going on with Peter Parker.
Interesting.
Is this good or bad for what's going to happen in the movie? Would this, based on the fact of what the storyline entails of him rescuing Daredevil and possibly teaming up with Daredevil against the Hand, is this good or bad for the MCU right now for their future? Should they bring Man Spider, or can their story do without it? What do you guys think? Good or bad?
Horrible.
Ooh.
I agree.
Horrible.
I agree,
Okay.
man. I think it's bad because, well, it's not the end of the world, but it was a good, like, now would be a good time to introduce that to the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I think they have something really planned for this version of Peter Parker, if you will. So I'm curious to see it, but it's kind of like in the gauntlet still, you know, like they could still use it, you know. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It sucks that they're not doing it, but at the same time, it's interesting, I think.
Yeah. And here's my thing. The fact that, okay, so in essence, if they decide to not involve Man Spider into the MCU, then what that tells me, and what should alarm everybody who are MCU fans who have watched the films, is the fact that Tom Holland is going through these changes in the recent trailer could mean that the Venom has attached to Peter Parker and could be affecting him and why he's acting the way he's acting right now.
That's a pretty good
theory. The Brand New Day Spider-Man film that's coming out is hiding a bigger secret than just Daredevil and speculator of the Hulk. Could be bringing the Venom into the MCU. It could be the exact reason why Peter Parker, which Tom Holland, going through all these changes that he's going through. The red eyes, the freaking concept of him being the what we saw in the trailer of it being a darker type of theme around it. All this type of stuff.
Negative tendencies, you know?
Exactly. Could be an effect of the Venom attention to him and him wondering why it's happening. Now, if you are Spider-Man fans and watched the animated series back in the day, what happened? Well, Peter Parker was attached by the Venom. He was going through these changes. He was wondering why he had a black suit. He was wondering why he was being more angry. He was wondering he was able to change his outcome, change his look. Hey, all because of the Venom. So maybe that is the exact reason why what's going on. So who knows? But we shall see. We shall see. Good or bad, everybody. The MCU is working on a solo series, or if not just generally solo series, but getting a revival series to Luke Cage and Jessica Jones. Reason being is because right now, currently, they are filming Born Again Season 3, and it looks like they are happy of what's happening with the project. They are excited of the outcome, and they are expecting to be in talks to generate a storyline to bring back these two major characters and to appreciate what was done in Netflix and to continue on with their solo series. Is this a good thing or a bad thing for the MCU right now? What's moving forward?
I don't know. I guess.
Did you watch the series though, Zach Matt?
I personally never finished it. I got into it, never finished it.
God.
But I did like his character.
Okay,
so therefore,
that's
I
fine.
feel like if they want to pick up where they left off,
maybe you should watch it. Just saying.
You know, that's a good idea. Maybe you should.
Maybe after this show, you should get your ass put on the side and watch it. have it
how
on there.
about you shut the fuck up? No.
You know
That's a
what?
good idea.
How about your mama? How about that?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
that?
Well, yeah. How about your mom? Huh?
You know what? Your mom is my mom, and it is what it is. Okay,
Yeah.
don't be rude like that. It'd be like Smokey.
But I do think it's good for them though. It's a good step, I think, overall. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I agree with that one. Oh man.
Oh man, agree. Okay, yeah, I'm good. I agree with that. Good
That
stuff.
boy's sleeping. That boy's snoring right now. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay.
Sounds good. We agree. We move on from that. Lastly, everybody, Wolverine himself, everybody, it is being reported that he is not part of the original 5 that could be coming to the MCU when it comes to them generating a new X-Men movie. He will not be part of the team. He is going to be missing. He will be, yes, casted, set up for future projects, but the MCU is planning on not adding him to the actual original team. Is this a good or bad thing for what they are planning for the X-Men movie once it appears?
Well, if they're going with the original storyline and everything, I think it's a good thing. But if I was them, then if they're going original storyline and how he was debuted it, Wolverine against Hulk.
Ooh.
That's true.
And then what? The X-Men coming in to separate them?
I think it was already part of the X-Men when that happened.
Oh.
But his introduction to everybody?
I see what you're getting at. I see what you're getting at, man, because it kind of adds to Wolverine's story as like the X-Men picked him up while he was, on his solo dolo thing. So he technically was never really a part of the OG squad. And that's kind of
you're right about that. So the OG squad, Zach the Mac, since you brought it up, is technically Beast, Iceman, Angel, Jean Grey, and Cyclops. Original 5. Those are the OG squad. So, that being said, I'll put it this way: good or bad, in my opinion, that is good for the MCU, and that's good for the X-Men. Because you're right. He is technically not the original 5. He only became a fan favorite, yes, because Hugh Jackman played a fantastic role for the character. So they emphasize him a lot more for the future projects or for the future storytelling between Fox, 20th Century Fox, and the cartoons that were being developed. Other than that, overall, Cyclops was the it guy. He was number 1, better than freaking Wolverine. He was the leader, the solo guy. So, that being said, it being the original 5 from the comics, and we all know that we appreciate from MCU is that they use and adapt the comics. Then why not? Right? Why not begin the X-Men story with the original 5? Go for it. Give love to Iceman. Give love to fucking Cyclops that we haven't gotten in years. Give love to Jean Grey not being just generally the Dark Phoenix. Just be Jean Grey. We need to see just regular Jean Grey. Yeah. And that too. Angel, of all people.
Angel, for sure. Hell yeah.
Who, yes, in the long run, his storyline leads into the Archangel with freaking Apocalypse. But in essence, in the beginning, he was a big piece to development of the X-Men. So why not? So why not start off with young kids who are growing up? These are the first students of Xavier's class and, school of mutants. Let them be the original. Continue moving forward. And at that too, when you develop the movie, as we talked in the green room, add in all the characters that are fan favorites into the actual movie, but also put them in the post credits or the end of the storyline where Xavier says, I'm going to open up my school for the rest of the mutants in the world. Anybody who wants to come along. And guess what? There's connections to Wolverine. There'll be connections to freaking Rogue. There'll be connections to Gambit. There'll be connections to freaking Morph. All that stuff. Storm, of all people. You know what I mean? All of those guys would then be part of that post-credit or end scene of freaking X-Men MCU movie. And for the future timeline, then you can add them. Why not do that? Why not do that, guys? Why not do that?
I agree. I agree with you, dude. Like it's keep it like as the comics were kind of set up.
Yes.
It's like this is a staple for the Marvels. You know, the mutants.
Yep.
If you will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
Yep. I'll put out there. Oh man, you agree? Last but not least.
All right.
Yeah, hey, bro.
Yeah, I agree. Sorry.
Okay.
No live. I'm here.
Sounds good.
I kept clicking the wrong button.
Sounds good. All right. Other than that was a good show. I know we are at 2 hour mark. I mean, put it this way. I appreciate you guys for staying with me. But in general, I knew this was going to end up happening because of WrestleMania taking a bulk of our conversations and our disagreements, all the good stuff. But it's been a good show, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. We've had quite a few viewers that are coming in and out. So appreciate y'all commenting, loving, support. Appreciate that. Oh, man. Zach Mac, say your goodbyes.
Oh, man. Go ahead.
Sorry. Till next time.
Yes.
MICKYMOUSB.
That's right. I agree, old man. Yeah, I'm right. No, that's right. Now, with that being said, though, yes, hella kudos to you guys for watching and listening. And yeah, it was a good show, man. I think we covered a lot in a good way. So
there's a lot of good stuff, man. That happened this way. We need to talk about.
Damn right.
Mm-hmm. That was a fun time. I appreciate this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. All right, guys. Well, y'all have a good night. Be safe. We might be on tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, UFC is Fight Night. Of course, it's happening. Sterling is the main event. That's involved in it, of course. So, yes, might come back. And honestly, I'm not too sure just because I'm babysitting tomorrow. My time frame might be a little adjusted because of that. So we'll see. If I do, I'll let the crew know. I'll let you guys know. I'll post it up beforehand. And we'll tune in and watch a good UFC fight. It maybe if anything, like we did the other night, we might just watch the main event and just go from there. But if we do, I'll let you guys know. Guys, I'll text y'all, let y'all know so you can tune in too as well. Have some fun. But we'll take it from there. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next week for sure for some good shows for the rest of the week. But appreciate you guys for tuning in for sure. All right.
Hell yeah. Peace out.
All right, y'all. Well, y'all have a good one. Be safe. Yes, indeed. Be safe. Take care.
Sir, peace, love, and soul.